Listen,
It's a funny
can you hear that?
thing.
It's the ticking of the clock
I wish
on
I
the
had
wall of this
understood
room.
earlier how
It's
quickly it all
funny.
goes
I
by.
spent my
It's a
entire
funny
life racing
thing.
against time, and
I
now it
wish I
feels
had
like
understood
time is my
earlier how
only
quickly it all
constant
goes
companion.
by. It's a
My
funny
name is Joseph. I
thing.
am 76 years
I
old.
wish I had
Look at my
understood
hands.
earlier how
They are
quickly it all
dry,
goes by.
covered in spots and scars. Each mark tells a story of effort. But today I didn't come here to talk about success. I came to tell you about my biggest mistake. A silent mistake. A mistake that took me exactly 50 years to finish committing. If you are watching this and you think you're working for your family's future, pay attention. I won the financial game, but I lost the only life that actually mattered. And if you are listening right now, there is still time for you, not to become the Joseph of 40 years from now. It all started with hunger. Have you ever felt real hunger? Not just an appetite, but that pain in your stomach that feels like you're being eaten from the inside out. I was 12 when my father passed away. I saw my mother, a woman made of iron, wither from exhaustion. I remember one night, the rain was pounding on the tin roof, and I heard her crying softly in the kitchen. She didn't have a single piece of bread to give us the next day. That night, I made a pact with destiny. I gripped my torn bedsheet, and I promised, my children will never know what this is. They will never look at an empty pantry. I will be their shield. I will be the provider. By 13, I was already carrying bags of cement that weighed more than I did. At 22, I married Mary, a saint of a woman. She accepted living in the shadow of my work. At 24, our first son arrived. The pride I felt was immense, but the fear was greater. I needed more. I worked construction under the scorching sun, and when the sun went down, I put on a security guard uniform. I slept 4 hours a night. Weekends? I painted houses. I fixed roofs. Every cent was a brick in the wall I was building around them. I bought the first plot of land, then the second. I built the main house with my own 2 hands, brick by brick, in the few hours I had left. I looked at my children sleeping, and I thought, Daddy is building an empire for you. You will have what I never had. You will have security. But time is a cruel debt collector. While I was accumulating bricks and banknotes, I was losing the life that happened in the gaps. I missed my oldest son's first word. I was working overtime. I missed the first time my daughter rode a bike without trading wheels. I was closing a deal. Double shifts. Birthdays became just dates on a calendar where I'd leave an expensive gift on the table and leave before they even woke up. Dad, will you come to my play? Son, Daddy needs to work to pay for your school. I thought comfort would compensate for the goodnight kiss I never gave. I thought the future was a place where we would finally be happy, never realizing that the future is built of now moments that I was throwing in the trash. At 68, my body demanded payment. I got sick. The wall of money I built couldn't buy me health. My 3 children gathered. Deep down, I felt a warmth in my chest. I thought, finally, Joseph, now you will live everything you missed. But their gaze toward me was professional, distant. They decided to bring me to this nursing home. It's better this way, Dad. You'll have professional care. Mary was already gone, tired of waiting for a husband who never came home. And here in this room, the truth hit me like a freight train. Last week, they came to visit, but they didn't come into the room immediately. They stayed in the hallway, arguing. I heard everything. They weren't talking about how I was. They were talking about the beach house, about who would get the downtown apartment. the estate. My middle son shouted. He said he deserved more because he helped with the last renovation. My daughter said the division had to be fair. And then the oldest said the phrase that killed me inside. When he dies, this needs to be resolved so there's no fighting. I was 5 feet away from them, alive, with a beating heart. But to them, I was already just an estate, a set of assets to be shared. There, in that cold hallway, I understood. I spent 50 years building a financial legacy and 0 hours building a family. I gave them what I didn't have: money, possessions, prestige. But I took them what they needed most: their father. I didn't create memories. I created equity. And equity is divided, spent, and fought over. Memories? No. No one fights over a memory of a rainy Sunday playing cards at the kitchen table. No one goes to court over a laugh by the sea. I thought inheritance was what I would leave in the will. But I discovered, too late, that real inheritance is what you leave in the heart. If they had memories of me rolling on the floor to play or deep conversations about life, they wouldn't be fighting over buildings. They'd be here, holding my hand. So, listen closely to what this old man has to say. If you are working 14 hours a day for the future of your children, stop. If you are skipping dinner to answer emails for people who would replace you in a week if you died, stop. Yes, work is dignified. Yes, we need to provide, but do not sacrifice the present of those you love for a future you might never see. The best investment you can make isn't on the stock market. It's in that long hug before you leave. It's in a simple trip in an old car full of music and laughter. Emotional inheritance unites people forever. Financial inheritance without love destroys what's left. Don't buy a new toy if it costs you the time to play with them. Don't trade your car if it means working the weekend that belonged to your family. Because when you get to where I am, the money in the bank won't keep you warm. What will keep you warm are the faces of the people who love you for who you are, not for what you left. Today, I have 3 empty houses in my name, and this nursing home room is the only place I actually inhabit. I have a bank balance, but my account of affection is in the red. I won the gold rush, but I lost the marathon of life. Don't make my mistake. Real inheritance isn't signed at a notary's office. It's written on the soul. Spend time with the people you love while you still have that time, because the ticking of the clock doesn't go backward, and regret doesn't accept payment in cash. Go now, call them, hug them, be present. That is priceless, and no one fights over that. God bless.